Today is a day for coffee. I don't know, I just woke up today and I'm like, woo! Today we are building the first ever cottage in the Sims Cottage Living. Well, my first ever cottage. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys because it's the first time using all the new items and the new build mode and the new pond tool. Before we get into it, thank you to EA for granting me early access to this pack. Just keep in mind it is a beta version of this pack, it's not the final build. So if you see anything kind of weird looking, that's probably why. Anyway, let's jump into it. So this new world, Henford-on-Bagley, is basically a very much inspired by the UK countryside kind of world. It's very lush, it's very green, and a lot of the existing builds here kind of look like British builds, and I thought I would go the same way and build something that was very simple, very farmhouse British looking. And I felt like that would be a rectangular farmhouse box. I don't know, from what I've seen on shows like Grand Design and other British living in the country shows, the houses are very much like basic builds, and then they have beautiful, charming thatch roofs. The rooms and interiors of the houses seem to be a little bit smaller than what I would probably be used to here in Australia, like smaller rooms. En-suites maybe aren't as common, those types of things. So I tried to kind of follow that theme for this build. And I don't know, you guys who are British, who are watching, who live in the countryside or who have been to the British countryside, let me know if my idea of what it's like is completely wrong. But I thought I was on the right track. So yeah, this build is going to be simple in terms of its structure. But I did try and make it a little bit more interesting by having this like little entrance part that we're going to put a spandrel across and the new pillars on either side. In terms of the windows, I thought the new windows in this pack were really, really sweet. I love these like cross-hatched details on them, very country. I love the shutters. And I've got to say, once we get into the interior of this build, there's a couple of really nice new wallpapers that I'm very much in love with. I was a little bit disappointed to see that there are no new foundation colors or swatches, and there are new stairs and there are new fences and railings, so that's good. I mean, they have pretty much ticked every box in build and buy mode, but I can't help but feel like it does feel a little smaller than other expansion packs. I'm not sure. It could be because the last game pack we got was Dream Home Decorator, and that had like an abundance of build and buy items because the pack was focusing on redecorating homes. So maybe it's just the fact that we've gone from that game pack to this expansion pack as the next release. I'm like, oh, there's not that much here. I'm not sure. I feel like some of the forums will definitely, and informational websites will definitely be onto exactly how many items are in this pack compared to previous packs. But that's just kind of the feel I got anyway, opening it up. And like I said, this is my first build, so it's really funny looking back on the first build when I get my hands on a new pack, because I feel like it often is quite basic. It often is not as creative as I get in the future, but I think it's a good start. And I love this climbing wisteria, right? This is a wisteria plant. And the only thing I know about wisteria is Desperate Housewives, Wisteria Lane. So I don't know. I don't know what wisteria is used for. I think that's what it is. And yeah, I love vines. I mean, the vines that we've got in other packs, such as, Get Together, we got a whole heap of vines. I use them all the time. So I'm definitely happy to see that we have more of them. And we have the wisteria, and we have this like other greeny type of wall ivy or something as well. So I love that too. In terms of the new paints and wallpapers in this pack, there's a few exterior wallpapers as well as the interior wallpaper that I love. So the exterior wallpaper, one of them I've shown here, and it's just kind of like a classic, maybe traditional old school painted brick. A lot of these houses that I've seen in country UK, they often showcase using like alternative methods of building the home. Maybe it's because I've only seen eco homes in the UK built on these shows, but they have things like cob walls, or building with cob, and like hay and like clay and stuff. So I wasn't sure if maybe some of these wallpapers are meant to symbolize that as well, but this one definitely looks like it's brick that's been painted. Here's the facade of our house. It's looking very pretty. There's also some really cute doors in this pack too that I'm excited to show off more. I love this front gate too. I saw this in the trailer, I think, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that gate. I don't know what it is, but there's something to do with country homes that just feels so homely. It just makes you kind of fantasize and dream about living in one of these houses. Even though like my taste is modern houses, my taste changes when I start playing with packs like this. I find it influences me to maybe question my aesthetic, because it is so pretty. And this is the new pond tool, which I assume is coming to a base game update. I don't know yet, but I assume it will be. And look at these different like water kinds. I love how there's like leaves, and there's all of these different plants you can put in the pond. There's new lilies. There's also a really funny like quirky little chicken on a watering can water fountain that you can put next to it. This fishing allowed sign's pretty cool. And depending on the depth of your pond, if it's deep enough, your Sims can actually fish in it or like wade into the shallows too, which is very cool. I haven't really experimented with that, so I'm not exactly sure at which point and which depth that happens, but I thought that was really nice that they have enabled that as well. And then you can see there's these like tags in the water showing different animals, and that means that you can actually select what animals spawn in your pond. So there's fireflies, there's fish, there's swans, there's ducks, there's even crocodiles. If you want to have a crocodile, you totally can. And then this is the interior of the house. I felt like I really wanted to go with a light wood. I love light timber. It might change in the future, but at the moment I just love light timbers. I can't get enough of them. And I wanted the space to seem a little bit, maybe a little bit cramped. Like I didn't want it to be too big. I wanted it to feel like a kind of a big country cottage, but at the same time, it's not a mansion. So it needs to feel quaint and cozy, I suppose. So one thing I noticed with the build and buy is that it's kind of odd. There's only one 3-seater couch and there's an armchair that doesn't really match the couch, I don't think. Maybe the swatch matches, but I don't think the actual chair matches the couch. And I really feel like we needed a 2-seater, because that was the first issue I ran into, was this couch is too big for these like small farm cottages or these cozy farm cottages. Like I felt like it was just, the couch is too big. So I think they could have added a 2-seater in, that would have been good. Maybe even a 2-seater before adding a 3-seater would have been a good option. Here's the beautiful wallpaper, by the way. The wallpaper is stunning. I love it, and I love the different colors too that you can get. And these kitchen counters are amazing. And I'm so glad, because recently they released the country kitchen kit, and that kit was really pretty. But a lot of the cupboards had trouble snapping together. They were basically individual items that didn't really work together, a lot of them. That was my biggest feedback for that kit, because I didn't understand why it didn't snap together, because usually when you have kitchen cupboards in the game, you're used to them snapping. But these cupboards are really nice. Like, they've done a really great job on them, and yeah, all the pieces kind of work together. So I like to think they heard the feedback maybe and made sure that this country kitchen was going to work really well. But definitely the country kitchen kit will go very nicely with this pack. Absolutely. And I also love these more muted tones of wallpaper, because they look like they've faded a bit over time maybe. And they're just a little bit softer. There's also 2 gorgeous fireplaces. We've got one fireplace here. And the windows, of course, we've already seen. I don't think there's any new archways, which I guess is okay, because it's not a huge focus, I suppose, of this architecture. And I felt like the base game ones suited this pack okay, so that's all good. And then that little box there is the new crafting box for if you want to make those embroidery circles. I always forget the name of them, but that's what that box is for. And you can carry that box in your Sims inventory, or you can just have it in the house and they can grab what they need out of it. I also love the Clutter basket there with the cushions in it. There's a Clutter shelf with a watering can on it. I love the lights as well. I mean, this is, oh, and that's another door there. I feel like this pack is, despite me just saying earlier that I didn't feel like there was enough items in the pack, following Dream Home Makeover, that's the feeling I got. The items that are in this pack, I really, really like, and I think they've done a great job on this. There's also another plant here. A few people are saying it's a fiddle leaf fig tree. I think it might be. And I have to tell you guys, I am so bad at keeping plants alive. I really want to learn how to grow a garden successfully outside. Right now, I've only ever had pot plants, and a lot of them have died. And the fiddle leaf fig tree, that is one that is like impossible to keep alive. I don't know how anyone keeps those things alive because I think I've gone through 3 in my time. Orchids are another one. Oh, that's a new painting. I would have liked to see more paintings too. I mean, I'm saying all these things like I would have liked this and I would have liked that. Well, heck, I would have liked more of everything. I mean, just because I want more of it. I'm a greedy Sims player. I say this all the time. I am so greedy. But I just love this game so much. I want as much as I can to work with. I think there was like 1 painting in this pack. It could be wrong. And then there's like other wall things, I think, for the festival and the community lots, which don't really go in the home settings. So I would have liked maybe another painting to put on the wall. You know, just to decorate the houses with. Paintings go a long way. And there's also just the 1 rug, which I've quickly overused as well. Like I built this house and I built a couple of other houses as well for my Let's Play. And I'm like, oh, I've already like used this rug so many times in so many rooms. I need another one. Oh, and also the blinds are really nice. I think they were a good option to fit all the different windows because there are quite a few different windows here. And I feel like those blinds don't have to be an exact fit. They can just kind of be put over the window and still work. So I thought that was kind of clever too. Little bathroom nook here. The staircase, I felt like for these houses, little staircases that kind of turn around on itself and fold around work really well. So thank goodness we have that new updated stair tool. And the sink in here. There's also a freestanding sink as well. And there's a really cute new bathtub, which I love. So we've got some nice bathroom items as well. It's definitely well balanced, and the flooring's pretty awesome too. Like it definitely has that rustic feel about it. And I think, you know, you can use that flooring in a barn, you can use it in an old cottage, you can use it on outdoor decks. Like it's going to be a very versatile flooring, not just for a cottage. I actually was wondering if they would give us more of their heatherbone patterned flooring. You know, the one with the diamonds. I thought they might introduce that in this pack because I thought maybe that was like a country living type of flooring, but maybe it's not. Heatherton pattern? I always forgets. There's the little armchair. Maybe the armchair does go with the couch. Maybe I was too quick to judge. Maybe it does go with the couch, but I feel like I just needed a 2-seater. The 3-seater was a little bit big to fit in here. But I imagine they probably put a 3-seater into the game because the fireplaces are so big, maybe. And then a 3-seater like sits perfectly opposite those fireplaces. Perhaps. There's the new bathtub, a beautiful like soft pink color. The swatches are really nice. There seems to be a lot of swatches that are pink, soft yellows, bright reds, soft greens, soft blues. So a lot of those like colorful country swatches, but then it's like not too overwhelming. not too overly saturated, I guess. It's a little bit more soft and muted, other than the bright reds, which I love the bright reds. And this was really cute too, but kind of random. It was just like a vent to put on the wall. I liked it. I don't know if I would use it as much as if we had another painting, but it's definitely cute. I do like using it. And then I was just trying out the darker flooring. I was like, okay, well, let's see what the dark flooring's like. Trying out some different tiles in the bathroom. I think in the end I went back to the flooring because nothing looked rustic enough to me. I mean, these stone floorings could definitely work, but I was like, nah, I don't know. Oh, maybe I did keep that flooring. Now that's a surprise. I did not think past Maddie would ever do that. Also, how cute is this little table and chairs? And I believe that tablecloth can match some of the wallpapers. So you can have like a super cute dining room where the dining tablecloth matches your wallpaper. Goals, absolute goals right there. I don't even know how people manage to do that. I guess they'd have to get wallpaper and fabrics custom made to do that, would they? I've actually been on the house hunt recently, so I've been looking at houses for like over a year now, and a lot of the houses I'm looking at are a lot older because obviously houses are very expensive, so I'm looking at older houses. And there was this one house that was like full-on 70s blast from the past kind of vibe, and it had not been updated at all, which made it really interesting. But everything matched, like the wallpaper even matched a laundry basket in the room. I'm like, how did they match a laundry basket to the wallpaper? It's the same pattern. So I don't know where they were getting these things custom made, but it was pretty impressive. Oh, and the lampshade matched to the wallpaper as well. I mean, maybe they did it themselves. Maybe they were like really good at reupholstering things. I have no idea. Also, this bed's really cute. This is a new bed from the pack. You know, it's got that classic rattan frame. Is it rattan? Or it's like black and ornamental. And I also love this little dressing station. I thought this was a nice size and very cute. Oh, and I love this clock as well. I'm glad they put this clock in. I wish when it hit like midnight or midday, a little chicken would pop out. Now that would be cute. I guess that's a lot of extra work, but would have been so cute. And yeah, it comes in lots of different styles. There's also a pot that is nice, like a freestanding pot to decorate with. We've got this chicken nest thing, which I still have to test it because I was wondering if you could store your eggs in it. Haven't tested it out yet because it looks like it's one of those things you put your eggs in. I assume it's not, but that would have been cool because it doesn't appear to have any eggs inside of it at the moment. So I was like, oh, maybe I can put my own eggs in there, but we'll see. And then there's a few clutter items which you can see above the window. That's actually a shelf with like soup spoons and chopping boards on it, which I thought was another really nice clutter item. I think that there's been a lot of thought that's been put into the build and buy decor for sure. Like it feels like they have put a lot of attention to detail and done a lot of research for just random items that you could build your house up with. The outdoor bin's a bit of a funny one. I feel like that bin doesn't suit every house. I mean, it's fine, but I wonder what they use for outdoor bins in the British countryside. In my mind, it's probably like a rustic wood box or something. It's a tree stump that's been carved out in the middle. No, I know it's not that, but I wonder. I do wonder. Because we have those classic green bins here in Australia as well. And this is the upstairs landing. And we're going to go through this house shortly. I'll do a whole walkthrough, so because we've kind of skipped certain rooms and certain things, we'll see it as a whole. And I discovered they added this computer that looks like it's a typewriter. And I thought that was really clever because, you know, it's a country pack. How do you incorporate something like a computer, or how do you incorporate technology into the country aesthetic? That's quite difficult. So I was very excited to see that they had managed that. Actually, I think I still do have an old typewriter somewhere. Typewriters are so much fun and they just make everything look good. Like you can type anything out on it. Like you could literally type out a wedding invitation on a typewriter on just like some nice paper with nothing else on it, and it would be such a nice wedding invite. I'm gonna do that one day when I get married. I'm just gonna get a typewriter and just type it myself. Love letter typing, so cute. I need to find that typewriter. I also have no idea how you reinstall the ink when it runs out. So I don't know, but the moral of the story is typewriters are really cool. And then up here, I thought it'd be nice to have like an artist nook. I mean, if you're living in the countryside, it's the ultimate place to celebrate creativity, right? I guess the farm life would be super busy because you have so much to do. Like, I know a lot of you guys watching would live on farms. A lot of us, like me, have no idea what it's like to live on a farm, but I imagine it's a ton of work. But then when the working day's over and you get to relax, it's not like there's as many places to go or as many things to do, I suppose. So you would look to more things like creativity, maybe. Except for now, the world is dealing with a pandemic. I guess a lot of us are at home a lot of the time, and boredom can kind of settle in. But the thing about boredom is that it's an opportunity to start something new. Like, without boredom, we never do anything different. So boredom's not a bad thing. Boredom's underrated, for sure. Speaking of which, James bought a whole heap of Lego, and I'm so excited because I have a Lego treehouse to build now, and I'm so excited. That was like the coolest thing he brought home, as well as this mug. This mug is really cute. But I'm excited for that. How cute is this little mirror? Maybe I need one of these dressing stations. But the problem is I make so much of a mess. I need water to clean it. And like, I'm constantly washing things and there's stuff everywhere. I feel like I need to be near a basin. Do you get what I mean? Like, I have to get ready in a bathroom. If I didn't make such a mess, that would be really nice to get ready at one of those little dresses. Do you ever think about like escaping to the country? I started watching a new YouTube channel which is called The Cottage Fairy, and I'm obsessed with it. It is the most relaxing YouTube channel. It's basically this girl who moved to a rural area in the US. She lives in a little like 1-bedroom cottage, and she lives her life basically foraging on the land around her, picking flowers, making tea, being creative, and then she films it with life advice over the top of her videos. And I actually think she spoke about the boredom thing. That's probably where I got that from. And she's just like, oh, so relaxing. I love that girl. I think her name's Paola. So if you're looking for a relaxing YouTube channel, The Cottage Fairy is great. Also, these are some new artworks which just came out while I'm pre-recording this, because I'm pre-recording this before I can post it, for I'm allowed to post this video. And I don't know when these paintings came in an update, but I'm assuming it's like celebrating Pride Month, maybe? That's what I thought anyway. So that's cool. I also love this floor plan, which I'll show you in more detail once we get into showing off the build in-game. But it's such like a traditional floor plan, in my opinion, because I'm used to building homes that are like all open plan living. That's the style that I like. I'm claustrophobic, so I like things open and airy. So when I built this, I felt like, oh, this is so traditional because there's like a lot of smaller rooms. This was originally going to be an ensuite for the master bedroom, but James said that in the UK, ensuites, or maybe traditional UK homes, ensuites aren't that common or as common. I'm not sure if you guys can verify that in the comments down below who are from the UK. So I then moved the bathroom to be a shared bathroom, and we also have one downstairs. And I think you could, if you wanted to, you could probably even squeeze in an extra bedroom upstairs if you had an extra kid. You probably could do that if you wanted to, and because there's still a bit of space around. And then I love this like foraging table outside. So this is pretty much the build. Let's have a look at it in game. Yay! This is our beautiful cottage. How cute is it? And it looks like the sun is not even rising yet. I think the moon's just gone behind the hilltop. But our chimney's going, and this is the new fencing. Actually, you can see both fences here, and the new little gate over there, and the new little farmhouse too. And these patches are the new crops that you can plant, and you can plant oversized crops on them. So we'll just have a look at the garden. There's the ducks that were placed in the pond. We've even got a chicken over here with the hen house. We call them chooks in Australia. Lots of patches here to grow a nice big garden on. And the animal shed over here. This is like that cute little rooster on a, I don't know, watering can sculpture, water feature. And then over here, this is the bigger ponds we created with, are these ducks or swims? I think they're ducks. I think so. And you can even get a turtle, I believe, to come out on those log objects if you want to. So if I click on here, allow turtles to sit on log. Oh, there we go. There's our little turtle. Super cute. And you can chase them away if you want to as well. Oh, and here's our llama. So with the sheds, you can have only one animal at the shed. I wish you could have two so they could have a little friend. But of course, if we wanted another one, we could just place a shed next to this one. So I guess they each have their bedrooms. And you do need to feed your animals. You need to make sure these things are clean. This is slightly dirty right here. And if you have roosters and chickens, you can actually get hatchable eggs, which is very cool. There's also no new letterboxes. Bit of a shame, but I feel like we could have had another letterbox for this pack. But I mean, these are okay. So let's go into our house. This is the exterior with the wisteria. Oh, and look at these gorgeous new light boxes. I love those so much. Our new door, and we go inside, and it's looking very cozy in here. Lots of bits and bobs, the new picnic basket you can pack a picnic up into and take it somewhere. Oh, I think I had a fire, but I didn't realize. Oh, and I didn't realize the roof was clipping into these objects, but you can place objects on top of that. It's not usually burnt to a crisp, so I don't really know what happened there. You can see the new lighting fixtures, the new couch, the chair, you know. This lamp is actually from base game. But I mean, it works, definitely works. Through here, we've got our little table with mismatched chairs, and these two are having a bit of time together. And then this is our new kitchen set. I love this. I ended up going with the pinks and the, not turquoise, I forget what color that is. Oh, okay, we definitely did have a fire because that range hood was looking a bit nicer. I don't know when this fire happened. How did the stove not burn down? I don't know. This is one of two new fridges. There's also like a Smeg looking fridge option. Hey guys. Down here I think is the bathroom. Nice. Couple of new things around here that you'll notice. The new vent. And then let's go upstairs. So like I said, you can probably fit in an extra room up here. I mean, right now I have early access, so I don't know if I can upload this build. I probably can upload it if I keep this save file. And I remember to upload it when the game comes out. But I actually lose access to all of this soon, so I'm trying to film as much as I can right now. This is looking a little sparse here. I don't know. I feel like I kind of left this for anyone else to change if I do upload this to the gallery. Master bedroom here, some nice curtains, a nice circular window, that gorgeous dresser, new painting. Love these doors, by the way. These doors are awesome. Another bedroom here, very cute. This is a new painting that I think must have been for Pride Month. which I love. Oh, also, how gorgeous is this floral chair? It is so pretty. So not my taste, but so pretty. I love a grandma chair. And then this is another bedroom, so you can kind of see how the wallpaper and the different items have been used in here as well. But yeah, you can definitely see there's a lot of base game items I've used to kind of fill in the gaps. And then in terms of the floor plan, because I know some of you guys like to see that, here it is, so you can take a screenshot if you want. And then here's the next floor plan as well. Also, thank you for being patient while my name's been darting around the screen. I tried to speed up the building only to double time, so... Oh, there's a bunny rabbit just over here. See it? So it wouldn't be like flicking everywhere, but yeah, that's just part of having this early build, so they know I don't leak anything. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I will speak to you soon. Dag dag!